All right, JMC 6000 here on location. And in this video, I'm going to take a step back and kind of explain about a few things on why, what I have behind me is a Mazda CX90 and why I didn't take delivery of one that I ordered, which was about almost a year ago now. So a little bit of backstory. Last year, we heard about, beginning of last year, we heard about how Mazda was coming back out with the CX90. Before I had the Maverick, I had a Subaru Ascent, and before the Subaru Ascent, we actually had a Mazda CX9. And my wife loved that vehicle, actually tremendous vehicle. The reason why we got rid of the CX9 because my wife's mom, my mother-in-law, was moving in with us, and we needed a little bit of a bigger vehicle. So we ended up trading the CX9 in for the Subaru Ascent, which gave us eight passenger seating, gave us a little bit more room we were looking for over the 2013 CX9 that we had. Well, flash forward a couple years after that, we got rid of the Subaru Ascent. At the time, when we got rid of the Subaru Ascent, used car prices were through the roof, and it didn't make sense to have two vehicles, the Maverick and the Ascent. So we were able to sell the Ascent, not only pay it off, but actually make money on it, which is absolutely amazing. And we just drove around the Maverick, which we have been for the past almost 3 years. Now it comes down to where I need a three-row SUV once again. And I wanted to let you know why we kind of forsook, or not forsook, but why we didn't take delivery of the CX90 when it came in. And it comes down to three reasons. But before I get into that, let me show you a couple things about the CX90 that we had on order when we first ordered one. We actually placed an order for one. It was a plug-in hybrid, and I'll show you right now. It was a plug-in hybrid in this beautiful artesian red color. This right here is a Premium Plus CX90. But the one we ordered was again, artesian red CX90 PHEV, just like this one, but it was a premium and not a Premium Plus. So let me just go over to this dark gray one here, which is a premium machine gray metallic, if you can see that. And I'll just show you the sticker here. $59,995 after everything's all said and done. This does have the extra charge for the paint and the extra charge for, I'm guessing, destination set. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, the one that we ordered was actually, I think it was around 54. But let me kind of go through the three things on why we didn't take delivery of this CX90 that we ordered last year. Came in around this time, about a year ago, around this time last year, but we didn't take delivery. And I kind of wanted to explain the reason why we didn't take delivery of the CX90. So let me go in and let me begin with packaging. So one of the things about the CX90 that is sometimes a little bit hard to understand, as I unlock this thing real quick, is the vehicle itself is big on the outside. I mean, you can't deny that the CX90, let me zoom out a little bit, the CX90 is a huge vehicle. I mean, look how tall the doors are, the door panels and everything on the outside here. They're very tall, very huge vehicle on the outside, but the packaging on the inside, it's a little bit mysterious. You can see, look at this high transmission tunnel. I mean, it folds up out of the way. Usually they come with captain chairs. This one has a third row seat folded, but the packaging, especially in the third row, didn't really offer a lot of space. I mean, plenty of room up front in the second row, but the third row space was a little bit disappointing, especially considering how big this car is. So packaging was not what I was expecting from this vehicle. Now, don't get me wrong about the Mazda. It is beautiful inside and out. And I do love as I get inside the driver's seat here, I'm going to leave the door open because it is already 80 degrees outside. It's beautiful inside and out. The particular one that we ordered, besides it was the artesian red color, it also had the tan interior instead of this black interior. Not a big fan of all black interiors. And yes, this kind of breaks it up with this fake silver metallic finish on the center console here. You got some chrome. Actually, it's kind of like a painted plastic, maybe not chrome, but like a painted plastic finish there. And don't get me wrong, this is a nice interior in the CX90. And I got the tan because I didn't want to get too hot And another reason why we didn't take delivery of the CX90 was the convenience features. And what I mean by that is the lack thereof. So on a premium, with the CX90, you still get only the 10-inch screen. You don't get the bigger 12-inch. I think it's 12-inch or 13. Anyway, I think it's a 12-inch. You don't get the bigger 12-inch screen even on a premium. You have to get the Premium Plus in order to get the bigger 12-inch screen. So with this 10-inch screen, the 10-inch screen is not only smaller, which I don't mind that, but what I do mind is that this screen is not touch. Even when wireless Android Auto, wireless Apple CarPlay is connected on the premium model with the 10-inch display, you still, even in park, you cannot touch to use the actual infotainment. You have to use this hokey knob. And that was just really just kind of upsetting to me. It's like, why can't I touch it? I have to step up to a Premium Plus, almost 60 grand in a plug-in hybrid to really utilize the touchscreen. That's weird, and I didn't really understand that. I can understand the Mazda native system using this, but at least when Apple CarPlay or Android Auto is connected, I should be able to use the touchscreen even on the smaller screen, but I couldn't. I appreciate wireless Android Auto and all that, but not being able to use the touchscreen was a little bit disappointing. Also, another thing about convenience, look at my steering wheel buttons here. What is missing? This vehicle does have adaptive cruise. You can tell right here. You can set the following distance and all that, but it doesn't have lane centering. It does have what we call lane tracing or lane departure warning, which I appreciate that, but there's no lane centering button. Even on, and I'll show you in the other one, even on the plug-in hybrid, there is no lane centering at all. No lane centering at all. That's completely frustrating that there's no lane centering at all. For as much money as they're charging, it's absolutely aggravating to me that you cannot get lane centering even on the Premium Plus. So that's another thing. And then lastly, it just some of these convenience features that were lacking on this particular thing. And then lastly, what I wanted to go over is finally, I wanted to go and talk about price. Price is another thing that I just could not get over with this particular vehicle. The price of this vehicle, again, it's not as high as it is now, but it was pushing about 54 grand for the premium last year. And even with the tax credit, if you decide to lease it, you get the $7,500 off. I mean, you're still looking at 48, maybe 49. I just couldn't justify it, especially with the lack of some of the features that this thing has. And I didn't necessarily want to lease a vehicle, you know, because if you're leasing a vehicle and the amount of miles I put on a vehicle, I mean, you know, my Maverick has close to 90,000 miles. It actually has 90,000 miles in the course of 3 years. That's a lot of miles. I don't want to lease a vehicle and then be stuck with that vehicle to have to buy it outright at the end of the lease, or have to stay within the Mazda brand to not worry about the mileage penalty. I didn't want to be a part of that. So, and I believe the price that they're asking for and the lack of features. And another thing, look at this. You don't even get cooled seats. This vehicle is 55 grand and I don't have cooled seats. Come on, Mazda. No lane centering, no cooled seats, a smallish 10-inch screen, and you have to step up to a Premium Plus to get cooled seats, and to get the bigger screen, but you still don't get lane centering. What is up with that? I don't understand. So that's kind of the downside, and some of the things that really upset and frustrated me, and why I didn't take delivery of the Mazda CX90 that we ordered last year. I mean, we custom ordered it. The color, the trim package, and different things, and all about it. And this one has the nice floor mats, which I would have had as well. But what was frustrating, again, with this lack of features that for the price other vehicles have, and sometimes are a lot cheaper. Now, I understand that you're getting the plug-in hybrid, the plug-in hybrid aspect, and there is a big question of reliability that's unknown, because this is Mazda's first plug-in hybrid. I get that, I understand that, but some of the things, and the reason why we didn't take delivery is, some people have asked me, why didn't we take delivery when we ordered one? And it's just these frustrating things that Mazda decided to keep out or not include in. And it's just absolutely mind-boggling to me why they wouldn't do some of these things. And then I'm not even going to go into the CX70. That vehicle makes no sense. Why would you pay for the same price for a CX70 that has a third row deleted when you can get a 90 for the same price and have the convenience of the third row, or fold it down? You may be like, oh, John, there's extra space in the back of the 70. You're gaining, what, 2 or 3 cubic feet of space underneath? That's it? That's all you're getting. I don't think it's worth it. It's not worth it. Now, I will say the packaging on the 70 is a little bit different. The styling on the 70 is a little bit different. I get that. I understand that. And I will admit that the 70 does have better looking rims than the rims, which I'll show you on. Not a big fan of these rims. I just think they're weird and gaudy and ugly. Some people like them, but you step up to these rims, whether you get the premium or the premium plus, same rims, same tires. But, you know, for me, those reasons and a few others at the time, I just didn't take delivery, and I couldn't justify getting rid of the Maverick for the CX90. Yes, we custom ordered one. I told the dealer, hey, look, I can't do it. I can't justify it. I can't justify paying that much more in money and everything else, and getting a vehicle that I would be ultimately unhappy with. Even though it would fit my family, theoretically, and my family seemed fine with it, I would get a vehicle that would ultimately be unhappy with, especially for the price they're asking. And now, 2025, a year later, the prices have gone up at least $1,000, if not a little bit more than that, for the 90. And now we have the abomination of the 70. I just, you know, that's just me. Maybe you guys feel differently. I was excited about getting the 90. I really was. I was looking forward to the 90. I was looking forward to getting back into a Mazda, zoom, zoom. And I know that's not their tagline anymore, but zoom, zoom. And I drove a plug-in hybrid. I enjoyed the way that plug-in hybrid drove. I liked the sound of the 2.5 and everything else. I enjoyed that plug-in hybrid powertrain. I was looking forward to maybe getting the benefits of plugging it in and all that. But then everything else just really compound. I'm just like, wow, why would I get a vehicle that I'm not going to be happy with and I'm not going to enjoy driving, because it doesn't have all the features I'm looking for at the price point that they're asking. So that's why I ultimately didn't get the CX90 vehicle. Don't get me wrong, especially in the artesian red color. Also, for the price, why can't we get painted guards here? I mean, this one right here, let me just show you. This one right here is a premium plus. Let me show you the price of this thing. 15, I don't know if you can read that, but 59, almost 60 grand, just about 60 grand. And they can't even get me painted, you know, wheel arch moldings and painted down here. You have to step up to the inline 6. I don't get it. I don't get it. And then almost 60 grand, you still do not get lane centering. Yes, you get air conditioned seats. Yes, you get the bigger infotainment that has the ability to use as a touchscreen, but still, what's up with that? I just don't get it. I don't get it. So, for all those reasons and whatnot, that's why I didn't take the delivery X90. Well, awesome. You guys be blessed. Let me know if you have any comments, questions, or anything else you have for me. I just wanted to make this video because many people were wondering, knew that I ordered a CX90, knew that I had one on order, had one coming, but I never took delivery, and that's the reason why. And that's the reason why. Now we have another 3-row SUV on order. It should be here probably by the end of this month in July. Looking forward to that, so please stay tuned. I got a couple more vehicles going to be reviewing before that vehicle comes in. Looking forward to what that vehicle is going to be doing for our family. And yeah, so you guys be blessed. Let me know if you have any questions. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and we'll see you on the next one. Awesome.